This time, we're trying to construct a list of the top 10 most violent DC villains. You might wonder why, since all villains are interesting, but you may be known. Every master has a master. Let's check the list out. Before we get further, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified by our latest videos. Alright, let's get to it. At number 10, Black Adam. The hero/villain position of a figure who is the ruler of a sovereign nation is tricky. Shazam's archenemy, Black Adam, has comparable abilities to him. He's fought with the DC Universe's heroes and villains throughout the years. As champion or king of Kahndaq, his allegiances are typically guided by his people's interest. Though we admire his moral compass's depth, his past of excessive brutality merits him villain rank in our books. He's an arrogant warrior who enjoys fighting and has a horrible tendency of decapitating his enemies, or demolishing their skulls with an eye poke. At number 9, Deathstroke. You don't obtain a moniker like the Terminator by settling your problems with your words. Slade Wilson is a mercenary and assassin who is probably the most lethal and effective assassin for hire in the DC universe. A super soldier program improved his strength, stamina, reflexes, agility, intellect, and endurance. It also improved his senses, gave him a healing element, and halted the aging process. The problem is, he was already a skilled warrior before receiving the enhancement. Deathstroke is a destroying machine, functioning without remorse and with a single-minded focus on his mission. At number 8, Doomsday. Doomsday is a rare species who appears to exist exclusively for devastating reasons. He isn't typically portrayed as being motivated by money, revenge, or world domination. He's a pure agent of violence. The most prominent origin tale for the character is that he was developed to be the ultimate life form. To that goal, he repeatedly was submitted to death, only to be brought back stronger and more capable of surviving. Its fundamental evolution on Fast Forward, driven by the survival of the fittest principle. As a result, Doomsday knows only pain and destruction, which he imposes on everyone and everything he encounters. At number 7, Ares. He's the Greek god of battle, and violence is his additional name. For millennia, he has nurtured, supported, orchestrated, and reveled in large-scale acts of bloodshed between his human factions. Ares, more than simply a puppeteer, likes going into the heart of the battle and having his sword or battle axe drenched in blood. Wonder Woman, with whom he has had countless violent battles, is one of his favorite opponents to clash weapons with. In his effort to provoke war, no act is too terrible to fulfill his goals. At number 6, Killer Croc. Waylon Jones is a puzzling creature. He's a man with a crocodile-like traits, not the other way around, despite his monster look. Shunned by society, it may be claimed that the world's refusal to embrace him shaped him into the villain he is, since Jones has demonstrated a gentler side throughout the years. He also rips his opponents apart with his gigantic strength and crocodile nature. He's been portrayed imperfectly over the years, with various degrees of intellect and ferocity, but after contracting a virus that made him progressively animalistic, he became a full cannibal. At number 5, Darkseid. This tyrant and global conqueror has legions of henchmen at his disposal to help him with his dirty deeds. He's murdered more people than any worldly evil could ever imagine using his talents and influence. But things become very nasty when he gets actively engaged in the conflict. The heroes of the DC world constantly thwart his attempts to take Earth, at which time he's only too delighted to show them the anguish of fighting God directly. At number 4, Victor Zsasz. With rare exceptions, serial killers are inherently aggressive people. Zsasz, a nihilist who has taken the philosophy to its worst logical conclusion, kills his victims to free them from the weight of life. Everything may be useless to Zsasz, yet he appears to enjoy his occupation. He scars himself for each life he takes, turning his body into a living temple to his death count. He's a competent hand-to-hand fighter who excels when armed with swords, which he swings with lethal accuracy. At number 3, Bane. Typically, Batman is psychologically challenged by adversaries who are unable to physically compete with him. Bane, on the other hand, is a villain who can compete with Batman on both the psychological and physical levels. Bane, played by Tom Hardy, gave Batman a fight for his money as he set out to permanently destroy Gotham. While carrying out his ultimate plan, Bane fractured Batman's spine with his crushing knee, a horrific sequence straight from the comics. All appeared lost for a little while, but Bane outwitted Batman and even took the whole city of Gotham hostage. Naturally, the Bat had the last laugh in their rematch, beating Bane to a pulp. Despite this, Bane remains one of Batman's and the DC Universe's most terrifying opponents. At number 2, Steppenwolf. It takes a major danger to unite the whole Justice League. Steppenwolf posed a significant threat. In its debut film adaptation, the Justice League was pitted against the powerful new god, Steppenwolf, the enemy from the horrible world Apocalypse. came to Earth to retrieve the magical mother boxes, but he was met by Batman, the Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman. Despite the heroes' combined strength, Steppenwolf was capable of holding his own until Superman's resurrection. And at number 1, Joker. So finally, the crown prince of crime is getting crowned. Though prone to humor and weird gimmicks, his clownish antics only serve to add to his twisted deeds of bloodshed. The guy used a crowbar to kill Batman's second Robin while laughing. He once suffocated a man. What he did to Barbara Gordon and her father is something no one will ever forget. The Joker is one of the most brutal villains in the DC Comics, and he does it with pure pleasure. Well guys, that's it for this one. What'd you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notified by our latest videos. Thanks for watching.